WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports. Blue Raider baseball is on the air. From the Blue Raider Network, it's time for Countdown to First Pitch. Today's broadcast is brought to you in part by State Farm Insurance and agent Andy Womack, Lightning's Locker Room and Phillips Bookstore, Granis and Associates, Las Casas Drugs, and by Middle Tennessee Electric. Now, let's go to the ballpark.
And wishing you a pleasant good afternoon from the heart of Alabama, Jacksonville, Alabama, as Middle Tennessee is on the road this weekend for a 3-game series with the league-leading Jacksonville State University Gamecocks. They come in with a perfect record in league play, 9 wins, no losses. The Raiders are 5-4 in their league games, 5-1 at home, but they still need to establish themselves as a road team that can win on the road in this league, and that is going to be one of the points of emphasis tonight, I'm sure. Dick Palmer along with John Callow. Beautiful night in Alabama, John, and the temperature is going to be in the 80s, I think, and it's going to be a windy night.
Well, we've already seen the wind in our papers, and we've got everything nailed down, so maybe we'll be able to keep up with what's going on.
Middle Tennessee comes in with a record of 16 wins, 13 losses, 5-4 as mentioned in conference play. Jacksonville State 24 wins, 6 losses, and they are 9-0 in the league, and they have just been unbeatable in league play. They've only played one series at home, so 2 of those weekend sweeps, John, came on the road, which is impressive.
It is, but here's I'm a half-full guy, right? So what I'm looking at is the last 4 games, and while Jacksonville State was sweeping their series last weekend, so were the Raiders. So we were 3-0 in the conference last weekend as well. Both of us took losses on Tuesday, and so here we are.
Gamecocks will be in their red jerseys tonight with probably navy blue, I think, and white pants, red caps. The Raiders will be in their regular Friday night uniforms, the black shirts and blue numerals, the two-tone caps and the gray pants, and that's the way they will line up as far as the color style for tonight. John, you've got a list of the league games tonight and the standings?
Sure do, Dick. What we're looking at, you've already pointed out Jacksonville State is the leader at 9-0. Liberty and Missouri State and Dallas Baptist, the 3 of them in second place, at 6-3, so they're already 3 games behind. Kennesaw State, Middle Tennessee, both tied at 5-4, so that's 1, 2, 3. We're tied for 5th with Kennesaw State. Then you've got Western Kentucky, Louisiana Tech, Sam Houston all at 4-5, New Mexico State at 3-6, Delaware and FIU at 1-8. What we're going to see tonight, FIU is hosting Louisiana Tech. They're already underway. Dallas Baptist is at Kennesaw State. They are a 5 o'clock start. Liberty is at Western Kentucky up in Bowling Green. They're a 6 o'clock start like we are. And then Delaware at New Mexico State. There'll be a 7 o'clock central start. You'll notice that Sam Houston and Missouri State, I didn't say anything. They're not playing tonight. They're going to play a standard Friday, Saturday, Sunday matchup. So tomorrow, Sam Houston will be at Missouri State, but not tonight.
We are at Rudy Abbott Field at Jim Case Stadium here in Jacksonville, Alabama. The field is all turf. The dirt part of the infield, if you will, is brown turf, and the grass part is green turf, but it's all turf.
Yeah, with light green stripes. That's kind of. And then the Jacksonville State logo out in center field.
330 down the left field line, 335 down the right field line. It's 403 to straightaway center field, 375 to left center, 380 to right center. There's plenty of room in this outfield. This park opened in 1995. The turf is AstroTurf, and the capacity here, they tell us, is about 2,000, and I expect they support their ball club pretty well down here the way they're playing anyway.
Well, they've been playing some great baseball. We took one on the chin Tuesday. They were playing the University of Alabama, and we're tied in that ball game going to the ninth inning. Alabama with 2 outs in the top of the ninth. A kid hits a home run, and they weren't able to get anything but a 1-run loss to SEC school. We know what it's like to beat an SEC school since we beat Vandy last year.
So
it feels pretty good, doesn't it?
Jacksonville State on their schedule this year with a 24-6 record. They have split 2 games with Alabama. Actually, they've lost 2 to Alabama, both by 1 run. 6-5 in Tuscaloosa and 4-3 here. They have swept Sam Houston in Huntsville, Texas on the road. They swept Western Kentucky here in Jacksonville, and then they swept Louisiana Tech on the road in Ruston, and that's not an easy task.
Well, you think about all 3 of those. None of them are. We know what it's like to go to Bowling Green, and all bets are off when you go up there. So to sweep Western at home,
you could ask Tennessee Tech about that. They went up there Tuesday to play Western Kentucky and went home with no hits in the ball game. It was a 7-inning run rule game. Western won 12-0. Western used 7 different pitchers. Each pitched 1 inning, and Tennessee Tech had 1 base runner, and that guy was hit by a pitch. So Western Kentucky had an almost perfect game against Tech on Tuesday. We'll see Western later in the season. We'll also see Tennessee Tech later on in the season. Well, both teams took batting practice outside today. Have you checked to your weather?
I had it up in just a second. Let me pull it up yet again.
We'll give you a game time temperature, and we'll call that semi-official, I guess.
Right now it is here in Jacksonville, Alabama. It is 80 degrees, partly cloudy, and the wind is
it's cutting up, isn't it?
It is. They're saying it's 9 miles an hour out of the south, but it's gusting. So,
and not being familiar with the stadium here, I don't know how that's going to affect balls hit to one field or the other. I guess we'll wait and see how that plays out as the ball game progresses. So it's Middle Tennessee and Jacksonville State. These 2 teams played in Murfreesboro last year. The Blue Raiders took the first game of that series 5-4, and then they had to play a doubleheader, John, on Sunday, and they played 2 7-inning games because it was a Sunday, and Jacksonville won both games 11-3 and 8-4. So the Raiders took the first game but dropped that doubleheader on the Sunday. This is the 52nd meeting. These 2 teams have played a lot in the past. 52nd meeting today. Raiders have the overall edge, 28-23.
Well, Coach Steve Peterson loved coming down here because it was coming home for him.
It was his alma mater, and was an opponent on the Blue Raider schedule for many, many years. Well, our officials our umpires have come out. Anthony Carilli will be the home plate umpire. Terrence Jones at first base. Dylan, Parsley?
Dylan Bradley.
Bradley, yeah. I can't read my own writing. He will be the third base umpire. And as usual, before the first game of a series, the umpires will go over ground rules, so the home manager will explain the ground rules to the opposing coach and also the umpires, I guess. So that meeting taking place now at home plate. And while they're doing that, we will pause, take our first commercial break, and when we come back, got a interview with one of our newer players. Pitcher Mason Dobbs will be visiting with us when we come back. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
When the arena lights dim for a concert, or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person that will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's the person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to get you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
Hey folks, it's Chip Walters from Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates, helping Middle Tennessee make smart moves in a fast-moving market. Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, you deserve someone who knows this community and treats your goals like their own. From first-timers to long-time homeowners, I'm here to guide you with clarity, confidence, and a steady hand. When you're ready to make the next move, start with someone you trust. Visit ChooseChip.net and let's make your 2026 move the right move.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murfreesboro. Las Casas Drugs strives to provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family-owned and operated, Las Casas Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders!
Bring your game day style courtside with a stop at Lightning's Locker Room on the concourse. From bold new drops to timeless campus classics, we've got everything you need to turn heads from class to tip-off. Whether you're rocking a hoodie in the student section or sporting a tee around town, your look says it loud. You're here for the wins, the energy, and the tradition. So step up your style and your spirit, because at Lightning's Locker Room, the season never slows down, and every fan plays a part in the hype. Let's make every day feel like game day.
The Blue Raiders are on News Radio WGNS.
Pitcher Mason Dobbs, who is not a Connecticut Yankee, but a New Jersey Yankee. Come south, Mason. Good to have you with us. You're a first-year player for the Blue Raiders. How are you enjoying your first season here?
It's going great so far. You know, we're just trying to get wins, taking it day by day, and trying to make the conference tournament. That's the goal number one, and let's do it.
I can't think of a better place to do this interview than in the bullpen, because that's where you hang out for the most part.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's my job, my responsibility, and I love it.
Now, you've been a reliever ever since you were in high school, haven't you? I know you started some in high school, but primarily you've been out of the bullpen.
Yep, that's been my job since I started pitching my senior year, and I fell in love with it within the first game. So I love doing it. And
now, I wasn't supposed to tell you this because your grandma asked me not to, but she sent me pictures. And I have got a picture of you as a catcher when you were, 12, 13 years old, something like that?
12, 13, ever since I started playing baseball to junior year of high school. I know I've always been a catcher, and my freshman year of high school, I just couldn't see the ball when I was hitting, so I switched to pitching my senior year, and it ended up working out for me.
When did they figure out that your arm was good enough to be a pitcher?
Yeah, so I've always had a good arm, especially behind the plate, but when I started struggling in the batter's box, they put me on the mound just to say, let's see how you do, and fell in love with it.
So you just have to concentrate on one part of the game now.
Exactly.
Okay. How do you like our coaching staff?
Yeah, I love them. Myers and Coach Wiz have been great for me this year. I've learned a lot of new things, and I have full trust in them in anything I do.
You have got probably the best curveball on the team. How did you develop that?
Yeah, I mean, I've always had a good curveball. I didn't really know what the shape and all the numbers were on until last year. But, I've learned to really trust that pitch, and obviously I throw it a lot when I pitch. but that's just all trust in myself and my stuff and what they have in it, you know.
And you're not afraid to throw it on the first pitch, are you?
Nope. First pitch, second pitch, third pitch, eighth pitch. I'll throw it anytime I want.
It's more of what we call an old-fashioned curveball because it's like a 12-6 break, and you don't see that much anymore.
Yeah. I mean, I have two different shapes, and I've worked on them ever since I started pitching, and I just have full trust in them.
Are you working on developing anything new, or just refining what you already have?
Kind of both. I really haven't had the best command this year so far. Something I've been working on this year a lot. Change up, I have it. I haven't thrown it in the game yet, but yeah, just working on pinpoint accuracy right now.
All right, we'll be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, I'm not supposed to let you do this, but you're welcome to say hello to anybody back home you want to.
Hello, Dad. Hello, Poppy. Hello, Dad. I know you're probably all listening, and I love you.
All right, that's Mason Dobbs, and we'll be back with more. Back right after this on the Blue Raider Network.
Locally grown, Blue Raider proud. This is Jonathan Harmon with the J. Harmon Home Team. As an MTSU alumnus and lifelong Rutherford County resident, I bring the heart of a teacher, the grit of a Blue Raider, and over 15 years of real estate experience to every client. Honest to a fault, connected to the community, and driven to serve. I don't just help you buy or sell, I help you understand every step. The J. Harmon Home Team, where real estate meets real talk.
At State Farm, when home and auto work as a team, you score and save money. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let's work together to win big by saving money on home and auto. With the service you get from State Farm, you might think our car insurance costs more. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let me show you with discounts up to 40%. You may find it even costs less.
At Middle Tennessee Electric, we see the lines that link us all, illuminating our neighborhoods, empowering our businesses, and helping us to recharge. Because we believe in the power of good energy. Whether it comes from our grids, the sun, or a kind heart. And as your family and our region continue to grow, you can trust that we'll always be there for you. Middle Tennessee Electric, bringing good energy.
The Blue Raiders are winners in the classroom, on the field, and the courts. Richard Lewis here. I want you to win in real estate also. Buying, selling, auction here in Tennessee, or along the Gulf Coast, a second home, or investing. Give me a call to help start that winning process. 615-319-9981. Oh, I'm never too busy for your referrals. Richard Lewis, Exit Realty, Bob Lamb & Associates.
WGNS, Murfreesboro, Smyrna, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports. From the Blue Raider Network and Van Wagner College, it's time for Middle Tennessee State University baseball. Today's game is brought to you in part by Exit Realty, Bob Lamb & Associates, and agents Brad Hopkins, Richard Lewis, Jonathan Harmon, and Chip Walters, the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, and by Middle Tennessee State University. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Blue Raider baseball.
From Jacksonville, Alabama, first game of the three-game series. Dick Plummer, John Callow with you on this Thursday night as the Raiders will stand in against a right-hander, Maddox McDougal. We'll take a look at the Ascend Federal Credit Union batting order for the Blue Raiders, and we'll give you Jacksonville's when they come up in the bottom of the inning.
Leading off for the visiting Raiders will be Owen Noack in right center field, of course. Batting second, the catcher Tyler Minnick. Batting third, Brett Rogers in right field. Dean O'Neill will be the DH tonight in the cleanup spot. Cooper Clapp bats fifth at second base. Batting sixth in left field, at first base, Lane Akers. That's his first career position start. He'll be followed in the 7-hole by Nathan Brewer. In left field, Brett Von Dolan at third base bats 8th. Clay Badalak will be the shortstop, batting 9th.
Defensively for Jacksonville State, it will be at third base King. They'll have Johnson at short, Blauser at second, Pena at first. In left field, Williams. In center field, Pate. In right field, LaChance. And on the mound is a right-hander, Maddox McDougal.
Well, Maddox McDougal is making his 11th appearance, but his first start, he's thrown 25 innings, given up 5 runs all earned on 20 hits, 9 walks, 28 strikeouts, 1.80 ERA with a 2-0 record and 2 saves.
And he will face Owen Nowak to get this ball game underway. First pitch is right in there for a strike, and we are underway.
Underway at 6:06, Dick.
1 strike to count to the Raiders center fielder batting from the left side. McDougal with the pitch. It swung on and hit in the air down the left side. Shortstop roaming over and takes it just a step in foul territory. That'll be a ruled a foul ball, and that is out number 1 here in the first inning. So McDougal waited a good while to get his first start. This is his 11th appearance. He's been working out of the bullpen for them. Here's Tyler Minnick. Minnick, a little half swing, and that's a strike on the Raider catcher. I think Tyler was fooled on that pitch. This one is bounced to third. King up with it, over to first, and that is out number 2 here in the first inning.
Pretty good defensive club, Jacksonville State.
Yeah, they're playing at a 972 clip defensively, and Coach Pete always said anything 970 or above was championship baseball.
That's right, and they've also turned 28 double plays, which makes them one of the leaders. Close, they're not the top, very close to the top in nationally.
Brett Rogers takes a strike, 0-1. Rogers comes in leading the team with a 377 average. And McDougal's pitch is outside for ball 1. 1-1. We're a little closer to the field than we normally are, John.
You know, what this reminds me a lot of is the press box at Western Kentucky.
Swinging a foul out of play, and the count will go to 1-2.
Although our sight lines are probably a little bit better here than although we cannot really see much of the Middle Tennessee bullpen.
Blue Raider bullpen's down the left field line, and the opponent's, I don't know where
it's down just beyond their dugout.
There's a line foul over by the home dugout, which is down the first base side here. Count holds at 1-2 strikes. Yeah, just right behind the dugout.
Yeah, you step out of the dugout into the bullpen.
Yeah, it's pretty handy. There's a lot of foul ground here, down each line and behind home plate. 1-2 strikes. McDougal, the right-hander, ready to pitch to Rogers, and struck him out swinging. That is going to be it in the first inning for the Raiders. They go down in order. Nothing across. We'll go to the bottom of the first inning. Middle Tennessee, nothing. Jacksonville State coming to bat. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murfreesboro. Las Casas Drugs strives to provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family-owned and operated, Las Casas Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders!
Bring your game day style courtside with a stop at Lightning's locker room on the concourse. From bold new drops to timeless campus classics, we've got everything you need to turn heads from class to tip-off. Whether you're rocking a hoodie in the student section or sporting a tee around town, your look says it loud. You're here for the wins, the energy, and the tradition. So step up your style and your spirit, because at Lightning's locker room, the season never slows down, and every fan plays a part in the hype. Let's make every day feel like game day.
Rutherford County's MTSU station, News Radio WGNS.
We go to the bottom of the first inning as Chandler Alderman takes the mound for the Raiders. Let's take a look at the batting order now for the Gamecocks of Jacksonville State, John.
Well, I've got to find it. I put it away. There we go. All right, for Jacksonville State, leading off will be the center fielder, Jackson Pate. Batting second, the shortstop, Caleb Johnson. Batting third, the second baseman, Cooper Blauser. And if that name sounds familiar, Dick will tell you why. In the cleanup spot, the catcher, Grayson Ash. The DH, Sam Richardson, bats fifth. Batting sixth, Trey King, the third baseman. Batting seventh, right fielder, Greg LaChance. Luke Williams, the left fielder, bats eighth. Orlando Pena, the first baseman, bats ninth. On the mound for the Raiders, Chandler Alderman. And his numbers, I've got them here. Chandler Alderman making his
eighth
start. He's thrown all 31 and 2/3 innings, given up 21 runs, 14 earned on 34 hits, 11 walks, 20 strikeouts. He's got a 3.98 ERA, a 1-1 record, and he just threw his first pitch for a strike.
And that is strike one to Jackson Pate, center fielder. He's a left-handed hitter for the Gamecocks. Comes in at 387. Young man out of Calhoun, Georgia. If you check their roster, John, you're going to find mostly players from Georgia and Alabama on this team.
Seems to be the case.
They recruit heavily in the Southeast. One strike the count to Pate. Chandler Alderman, the big left-hander, delivers the next pitch. It is foul to the screen, and the count is strike two. Happy to have all of you along on this Thursday afternoon. A little bit unusual because of the Easter holiday on Sunday. We'll be playing Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Tomorrow's game will also be a 6 o'clock start, so we'll be on the air at 5:45 tomorrow afternoon. Two strikes the count. And strike three called. He lit him up with a fastball right down the heart of the plate. And that is out number one here in the first inning. Batter will be Caleb Johnson, the shortstop, a senior. And we have seen him a lot, John, in past seasons out of Phoenix City, Alabama. And he is a perennial all-star. Very good player, hitting .330 with 5 home runs. And a very good shortstop. The pitch. And misses outside for ball one. Johnson, a switch hitter, batting right-handed against the left-hander, Alderman. Plenty of room in this outfield.
Was that some kind of a bug that attacked him?
We're in the open air here, so we better be on our guard. One ball, no strikes. Alderman with the pitch, and it's over but low for ball two. 2-0. Well, he got Pate on 3 pitches, but he's fallen behind Johnson. 2 balls, no strikes. John, I see a lot of folks in blue over down the third base side behind the Raider dugout.
They are.
Good crowd following the Raiders down here to Jacksonville. Pitch swung on line to center field, a base hit. And that's the first hit of this ball game. Sharp single to center by Johnson, and the batter will be Cooper Blauser.
Well, I can see why we would have a good crowd, because it's not that far from Murfreesboro. What did it take us?
About 3 hours or so.
3 hours.
Blauser's dead. Jeff Blauser, longtime second baseman for the Atlanta Braves, or shortstop, I think, maybe, for the Atlanta Braves. Spent majority of his big league career in Atlanta. Right-handed batter. And the pitch to the plate, that missed a little bit high. Ball one. John, you got to watch these runners because this team likes to run. They have stolen 67 bases compared to the Raiders' 36 in the same number of games. 1 ball, no strikes. Throw to first and runner back. So Tyler Minnick has been pretty adept at cutting off the running game in some of our contests.
He's going to get a chance tonight, isn't he? He's set up to throw.
Haldeman, a long look at first, delivers to the plate, and that missed for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes.
Okay, I think I finally found the pitch clock and the radar on the scoreboard.
One thing I like about that scoreboard, you can read the numbers out there. There's a strike call, 2-1. Now, some of the smaller numbers, or like the names in the batting order, might give you a little trouble. But that scoreboard, balls, strikes, and score, which is the main information that you need, is very, very legible. 2-1 pitch, fouled out of play to the right. Count will now go to 2-2 on Cooper Blauser.
It's actually a combination of 2 scoreboards, isn't it, Dick? There's a
video board on top.
Yeah, and the more traditional scoreboard underneath that with that still uses light bulbs, it looks like.
Here's the pitch. Runner goes, swung on and missed. Throw to second, not in time. Blauser strikes out, and Johnson steals second base. So there they go running, John, early in the game.
Well,
everybody's coming off. Did they call interference on the batter?
I don't know. I've got to check, see what the scoring decision is on that.
We had that same thing happen in our last game, and it threw us for a loop. We'll take a break. No score after 1 on the Blue Raider Network from Ben Wagner.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, this is Brad Hopkins with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates. Winning in real estate is a lot like football. Good coaching and recruiting a great team are the keys. I put together a team of lenders, inspectors, and home professionals to help you succeed. Let me coach you through this process and make sure you come out a winner. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, I am here to help you win. Visit BradHopkinsHomes.com or call 615-556-9239 to find out more.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
The Blue Raiders play here. News Radio WGNS.
The first inning ended rather briskly with a call of interference on the batter, and the runner was running. The batter struck out and then apparently interfered with Minnick's throw to second. Is that the way you read it?
That is what happened.
So the Raiders in the second inning will have O'Neill, Clapp, and Lane Akers to face the right-hander Maddox McDougal. He's retired the side in order with 1 strikeout in the Raider first inning. And John mentioned it is McDougal's first starting assignment of the season. He's been working out of the bullpen. He pitches to O'Neill, and the pitch is outside for ball 1 to Dean O'Neill. He is the DH today.
Their normal Friday night starter is Eli Pillsbury, who is 5-0.
Swung on, hit in the air, and that's going to be high and in the infield. Blauser, the second baseman, will come in and make that catch for out number 1. So 1 out in the second inning.
The way that play was called, Blauser strikes out swinging, and Caleb Johnson is out at second, first base unassisted.
Uh-huh. Here's Cooper
Don't
Clapp.
ask me.
Takes the pitch high for ball 1.
That's why I will never be an official scorer.
1 out in the second inning. Pitch is high. And it's 2 balls, no strikes to Clapp. Cooper hitting .323 on the season. Bats from the left side. And looks at a strike called. 2-1. Lane Akers waiting to hit next. And McDougal with a pitch high, ball 3. So the count is in Clapp's favor now, 3 balls and 1 strike. Right-hander winds and fires, and a ball hit to right field, and that was well tagged. That is going to be off the wall. And rolling around the warning track, Clapp will pull into second with a stand-up double. Raiders' first hit in the game. He's at second base with 1 out. That is Clapp's 5th double of the season. And this will bring Lane Akers to the plate. Conference USA Hitter of the Week for last week. And playing first base tonight, his first start, as John mentioned, as a position player for the Raiders. Pitch is outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes.
That Clapp's double is a double at our place because it just never got high enough to.
It was more of a line drive.
Yeah.
1 ball, no strikes. Clapp the runner at second. McDougal with the pitch. That's taken for ball 2, 2-0. Lane's been working hard to cut down on his chase rate and just swing at strikes. Showed some patience letting that one go by. There's a line drive into center field. That's a base hit. Clapp rounding third. He's on his way to the plate. The throw will come to second. Raiders with an early lead, 1-0. So Lane Akers follows Clapp's double with a solid single to center.
Well, if you're going to be the hitter of the week, you got to keep performing, right?
You got to live up to it, don't you?
That's right.
Lane Akers with the RBI. That is his 20th of the season. And he's at first base with 1 out. Raiders with an early lead. Second inning here in Jacksonville. Nathan Brewer, the left fielder, will step in. And the pitch to the plate is swung on, and he hit that one pretty well to center field. Center fielder retreating, going back, reaches up on the warning track and makes the catch for out number 2.
And that one is out at our place.
Brewer gave that one a ride.
That was caught 402 feet from home plate.
So our center field wall is 395.
Yeah.
You did your math there, John.
I was lucky.
2 outs and a runner at first. Here's Von Dolan.
I told you about 8th grade arithmetic and my nightmare, right?
Throw to first and the runner back. Von Dolan hitting .252. He's still trying to get himself untracked this season. From a 17-homer season last year as a sophomore, he's only got 3 this year, and all 3 of those came in the weekend series at UAB. McDougal with the pitch, and it is a strike on the outside corner.
The book is out on Von Dolan in Conference USA, and That pitch we just saw supports that.
1 strike the count.
They're pitching him away, off speed away.
Hits this one into center field. Very medium center field. That's going to be taken by the center fielder, Pate, and that will be out number 3. But the Raiders strike first in this game. 1 run, 2 hits, and 1 man left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the 2nd inning. It's Middle Tennessee 1, Jacksonville State 0. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
When the arena lights dim for a concert, or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person that will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's the person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to get you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
Never mind.
We go to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Raiders leading here by a score of 1-0. The Gamecocks head coach is Steve Beazer. He's been in this business a long time. I think 7 years as the head coach at the University of Missouri, and before that at Southeast Missouri. And you have some previous interaction with him, don't you?
I do. Back in 1998, which was his last year in organized baseball, he had signed with the Pirates as a free agent, and out of spring training, they sent him to Nashville. So he was, and I was covering Nashville at the time for the Daily News Journal.
Here's Grayson Ash to lead it off in the 2nd inning. And the first pitch from Alderman misses for ball 1. Beazer spent 13 years in the big leagues, mostly with the Mets, and then, as John said, later with the Pirates, and then was a scout for the Phillies for a while before getting into college coaching. There's a strike called, and it's 1-1 to Ash.
Well, the main thing I remember about Steve Beazer from his baseball days in Nashville, he was well thought of as a solid baseball guy.
Pitch inside, ball 2-1 to Ash.
That was Sam's first year as a Pittsburgh farm club.
Chandler Alderman with the pitch. That one's way outside. 3 balls and 1 strike to count. Ash has 6 home runs on the season with a .298 batting average, right-handed hitter. Alderman's 3-1 is swung on and fouled out of play.
Well, this has been Alderman's bugaboo all season. He gets into deep counts early, which limits his ability to go out there and throw much more than 5 innings.
But he has gone the distance at times in his career.
Yeah.
Strike 3 call. That was a nice breaking ball.
Yeah.
That caught him looking. And Ash called out on strikes for out number 1.
In fact, he had the best game of his year, probably his entire career when he was a freshman, through an 8-inning complete game no-hitter.
That was very early in the season. Sam Richardson, redshirt freshman, will step in. He's the designated hitter for the Gamecocks, and a breaking ball is in for a strike. 176 average. 1 double, 3 homers for this right-handed hitter. Alderman with the pitch, and it's right in there for his call strike. Gave him a good fastball at the letters.
89 miles an hour.
Richardson out of Olive Branch, Mississippi. He is a transfer, John, from the University of Texas. Pretty good baseball program. Swings and hits this one high in the air. It's going to be a foul ball, but will it be caught? Yes, Lane Akers caught it over his shoulder with his back to the plate. Told you a few minutes ago they had plenty of foul ground here.
Third baseman, number 3, Trey.
And that is out number 2.
Yeah, that is a ball that is not going to be caught at Reese Smith Field.
This is Trey King.
It's going to be out of play.
King, another Georgian on this team. He's hitting .283, a left-handed batter against the left-hander Alderman. He looks at a pitch low for ball 1. King out of Peachtree City, Georgia. He is a transfer from the University of Georgia. The Bulldogs. Played there 2 years. This is his first year at Jacksonville. Strike call. That was a good fastball. 1-1 from Alderman. Two outs here in the inning. The pitch just missed inside. Ball 2, 2-1. Alderman has been the Raiders series starter. We call him a Friday night starter, although this is Thursday night, ever since early in the season. There's a ball drilled to center field. That's going to be played on one hop by Nowak. That is a base hit for King. Solid single to center. Second hit for the Gamecocks. And with two outs, the batter is Greg LaChance. He is the right fielder. He'll bat from the right side. Now, John, this young man is from Canada, so he's experiencing
culture shock.
Yeah, some southern hospitality down here. Pitch is just inside for ball 1. LaChance hitting .277. He's a senior out of Whitby, Ontario. He is a transfer from the University of Illinois. Now, this is his first year with Jacksonville. Low and inside, ball 2. 2-0. Chandler has missed on 2 pitches. Trying to catch that inner half of the plate to this right-handed batter. 2 balls, no strikes. Ground ball to short. Big hop. Badalak over to second. That will end the inning. And LaChance bounces into a force out to end inning number 2 for the Gamecocks. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We've played 2 full innings. Middle Tennessee 1 and Jacksonville State nothing. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
Hey folks, it's Chip Walters from Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates, helping Middle Tennessee make smart moves in a fast-moving market. Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, you deserve someone who knows this community and treats your goals like their own. From first-timers to long-time homeowners, I'm here to guide you with clarity, confidence, and a steady hand. When you're ready to make the next move, start with someone you trust. Visit choosechip.net and let's make your 2026 move the right move.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murfreesboro. Las Casas Drugs strives to provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family-owned and operated, Las Casas Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders.
You're listening to MTSU Sports on WGNS.
This game moves to the top half of inning number 3 on a beautiful Thursday evening in Jacksonville, Alabama. 80 degrees at game time. We did have a few clouds, but it's mostly scattered clouds now and a lot of blue up ahead, upstairs, so we're happy to have good weather to play ball in.
Maddox making his first start. His longest outing is 3 2/3 innings. He went he's gone 3 2/3 twice. Once last weekend at Louisiana Tech, and then against Western Kentucky. Got a win against Western Kentucky.
Both those in relief.
Yep. Everything he's done so far has been in relief.
Clay Badalak will lead it off for the Raiders here in the third inning. Badalak takes the first pitch. It's high for ball one. Clay, a left-handed batter. He is a grad student out of Cincinnati and received an extra year of eligibility due to what they call now the Pavia ruling. Pitches ball 2-0 to Badalak. And McDougal with the pitch. That's a strike call, 2-1.
That outing against Louisiana Tech, he gave up 3 hits but no runs. Walked a couple, struck out 4.
The 2-1 pitch on the way. A check swing and a strike is called. And it's 2-2.
I think that was a strike all the way.
I am going to assume, I should have asked before the game, but I'm going to assume that they do have replay capability here. Bouncing ball to second. Blauser will play it on a big hop. Over to first in time. 1 up, 1 down for the Raiders in the third inning. Badalak bounces out, second to first. Owen Nowak. Now, John, we need to get Owen back on track. He reached a high point coming back from Missouri State with a .400 batting average and hasn't had a hit since. He's all the way down to .351, which most people would be proud to have.
All he would feel like is that he is in an extended slump.
Pitch misses for ball one. Owen, a left-handed batter, fouled out to the shortstop in the first inning. Takes a pitch inside, ball 2, and it's 2-0.
Yeah, baseball is a cruel game. You're flying, you're hitting right at 400, all of a sudden you go 0 for 3, and that 0 for 3 turns into an 0 for 12, and now you're in deep trouble.
Here's the 2-ball, no strike pitch, grounded foul over by the Gamecock dugout down the first base side.
And as productive as he's been throughout his career, you know, he has set all kinds of records in junior college. He had a great start here. That's got to be really.
There's a ball hit hard, but right at the second baseman. Blauser will field it over to first in time. And
we need to hit it to somebody else.
Yeah, Blauser's thrown out the first 2 batters here in the third. And the batter will be Tyler Minnick. He grounded to third in the first inning. Tyler hitting .282. His 12 doubles will lead the team in that category. And he looks at an off-speed pitch in for a strike, 0-1. Maddox McDougal winds and fires outside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. So there's a building right behind the bullpen, which is right behind the dugout down the first base side, which I assume is their hitting facility. Grounder to third, and for the second straight time, Minnick is thrown out by the third baseman King. So 3 ground balls in the third inning. 3 up, 3 down, nothing across. We'll go to the bottom of the third. Middle Tennessee 1 and Jacksonville State nothing. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Ben Wagner.
Bring your game day style courtside with a stop at Lightning's locker room on the concourse. From bold new drops to timeless campus classics, we've got everything you need to turn heads from class to tip-off. Whether you're rocking a hoodie in the student section or sporting a tee around town, your look says it loud. You're here for the wins, the energy, and the tradition. So step up your style and your spirit, because at Lightning's locker room, the season never slows down, and every fan plays a part in the hype. Let's make every day feel like game day.
Locally grown, Blue Raider proud. This is Jonathan Harmon with the J. Harmon Home Team. As an MTSU alumnus and lifelong Rutherford County resident, I bring the heart of a teacher, the grit of a Blue Raider, and over 15 years of real estate experience to every client. Honest to a fault, connected to the community, and driven to serve. I don't just help you buy or sell, I help you understand every step. The J. Harmon Home Team, where real estate meets real talk.
The Blue Raiders are on News Radio WGNS.
And we'll take you to the bottom half of inning number 3 here at Rudy Abbott Field, named for former head coach, and the roadway when we turned off of 59, I think, or when we turned
off at 231.
Turned off at 431.
431.
The road leading into Jacksonville is Rudy Abbott Way. So, very popular figure around here. Luke Williams will lead off the third inning. He's the 8th place hitter. Bats from the left side, playing left field tonight, hitting .299. And Alderman ready to pitch to the left-hander. Shows bunt, takes the pitch outside for ball 1.
They do a lot of small ball. They work really hard on their bunting.
And they do a lot of running, as we saw in the first inning. 1 ball, no strikes to Williams. Alderman with the pitch, and that one swung on and fouled out of play. Off to the left, 1-1. It is nice to see some blue in the stands, because there's a lot of red down below us.
Boy, there he is.
1 ball, 1 strike. Ball hit in the air into shallow left field. Badalak, the shortstop, will make a running catch. That's a fair ball. Almost the same spot where Nowak hit a foul fly ball in the first inning. So that is out number 1. And the batter is the first baseman, Orlando Pena. Pena out of Jersey City, New Jersey. So like our Mason Dobbs, he's come south. The pitch. That's a strike at the knees, 0-1. Pena is a transfer from Valdosta State. Before that, he played at Coastal Carolina for 2 years. That's a really good program.
Boy, it sure is.
There's ball 1, 1 ball, 1 strike. Went from there to Valdosta, and from Valdosta to Jacksonville. Hit .344 with 20 home runs for Valdosta and 79 RBIs last year. Line drive to right. That's a base hit. Rogers plays it on 2 hops.
Nice piece of opposite field hitting there, Dick.
Third hit off Alderman.
Just went with the pitch. Took it, it was outside, and he took it to left field. Nice, easy swing.
Here's Jackson Pate. Leadoff batter. Alderman struck him out on 3 pitches in the first inning. One on, 1 out in the third. Raiders leading 1-0 here. Alderman's pitch right down the heart of the plate, strike 1.
Well, he's thrown 34 pitches, and 2/3 of them have been for strikes. So,
one strike to count to Pate. Throw to first, runner back. Pena's only attempted 2 steals. He has It's one stolen base this season. Alderman comes set. And the pitch to the plate. Misses inside, ball one.
Our perspective up here is a little bit different than when we've got at Reese Smith Field.
Well, we're closer to the plate for one thing.
And at home, we're more on the first base side of the plate.
Here's the pitch. That misses outside, ball two. 2-1. Jackson Pate, the redshirt freshman. He was here last year, but they redshirted him, so this is his first year as an active player. Swings and fouls this one out of play. Strike two. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Blue Raiders came down yesterday. Worked out here last night. Throw to first, the runner back. Boy, that is a giant United States flag out there behind the right field wall. It's between the scoreboard and the first light tower in right field. The pitch, that's a strike, and that is 3 of them. So for the second time, Pate walks back to the dugout, a strikeout victim, and that's 2 outs here in the 3rd inning. Caleb Johnson had a base hit in the 1st inning. He'll stand in. This guy's just a good all-around player. This is his 4th year. He's a senior, and he's been a leader ever since he came here as a freshman. Hit .231 as a freshman, .282 as a sophomore. Last year, .254, and plays a very good shortstop. Fly ball, right field. Rogers going back. He's got room, and he'll make the catch for out number 3. So Johnson, swinging at the first pitch, flies out to Brett Rogers in right field. In the inning, no runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left on base. We have played 3 full innings. Totals on the board for Middle Tennessee: 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. For Jacksonville State, no runs, 3 hits, no errors. Raiders lead it 1-0 as we go to the 4th. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
At State Farm, when home and auto work as a team, you score and save money. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let's work together to win big by saving money on home and auto. With the service you get from State Farm, you might think our car insurance costs more. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let me show you with discounts up to 40%. You may find it even costs less.
At Middle Tennessee Electric, we see the lines that link us all, illuminating our neighborhoods, empowering our businesses, and helping us to recharge. Because we believe in the power of good energy. Whether it comes from our grids, the sun, or a kind heart. And as your family and our region continue to grow, you can trust that we'll always be there for you. Middle Tennessee Electric, bringing good energy.
Rutherford County's MTSU station, News Radio WGNS.
We go to the 4th inning. The Raiders leading 1-0. Brett Rogers will lead it off. It'll be Rogers, Dean O'Neill, Cooper Clapp for the Raiders in inning number 4. Raiders picked their run up in the 2nd inning on a double by Clapp and a single by Lane Akers. Here's Rogers. He was a strikeout victim in the 1st inning. Stands in against the right-hander, Maddox McDougal. Making his first start of the season. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Well, he's in the 4th inning, and he's, right at 35 pitches? Yeah, that was the 35th.
Pitch is outside, 1-1. 3 2/3 was his longest outing prior to tonight. So he could surpass that with a good inning. 1-1 the count. Rogers looks at a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Well, as long as he's only throwing 10, 11 pitches an inning, you can go a long way.
A shift for Rogers, the second baseman, playing like a short fielder in softball. Shortstop is on the first base side of second, and the pitch is low into the turf. Ball 2, 2-2. And where's the third baseman? Well, he's playing where the shortstop normally plays. So that's a true shift for a pull hitter. Let's see if Rogers could cross him up here.
You know how you beat that? You bunt down the third base line.
2-2 pitch.
Not
Is swung
2-2.
on line into left center. That's a base hit. That's going to get to the wall. Rogers on his way to second. He'll turn there and put the brakes on as the throw comes back in.
Yeah, that's how you beat the shift. You go opposite field, found the alley, and sends it to the wall.
So Rogers with an opposite field double leads off the fourth inning. That is the third hit for the Raiders. And the batter will be Dean O'Neill. O'Neill popped out to second base in his first at bat. He is the DH. Been a while since he's DH'd. Normally he's either catching or playing first base. Pitch is outside, the throw back to second, gets away, rolling into the outfield, and over to third will go Rogers.
That's got to be an E2 on the throw.
So the catcher, Ash, threw back to second to try and catch Rogers off the base and threw it into right center field. That allows Rogers to scamper over to third. He is there with no outs and a count of 1 strike.
O'Neill had showed bunt.
Pitch just missed.
He won't be bunting now.
Pretty good looking pitch there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Third baseman even with the bag. First baseman in, edge of the grass, and the pitch to the plate, check swing.
No.
And he did not go, so that's ball 2. 2-1. First base umpire with the call on that check swing. 2 balls, 1 strike. McDougal, the right-hander, delivers on a swing and a miss.
Went after a pitch down and away and way outside.
2 balls, 2 strikes to O'Neill.
His bat would have needed to be another foot long for him to have a chance at that one.
2-2 pitch, outside, ball 3.
Went back outside.
Count fills up. O'Neill with 9 home runs, leading the Raiders in that category. Full count, 3-2. McDougal with the sign and the pitch. Swung on into left center field. That ball is going to get to the wall. Run will score from third. O'Neill into second, and that will be an RBI double for Dean O'Neill.
That ball into deep left center. The center fielder, Jackson Pate, cut it off right before it got to the wall, so it didn't quite get there, but it got very, very close.
So back-to-back doubles here in the fourth inning. Have the Raiders up by a score of 2-0. And nobody out with O'Neill at second base. That's his 34th run batted in this season. He is also the team leader in that department. Here's Cooper Clapp. He had a double in the second inning. Clapp steps out of the box. The umpire's chatting with somebody over in the Gamecock dugout.
I think he's telling them to cool their jets a little bit.
So Clapp steps in, scored the Raiders' first run in the second inning. Pitched to the plate. He bunts. And that's a good one. They're going to let it roll. It'll roll foul.
Rolled foul about 40 feet from the plate.
good idea trying to move that runner over to third, but ball got out on that turf, and when it rolled onto the brown part, which represents dirt, it just kept rolling and rolling the wrong direction for the Raiders. So 1 strike to Clapp. Dean O'Neill, the runner at second. And the pitch is low for a ball. Showed bunt again.
Pulled it back. That pitch went low.
1 ball, 1 strike to the Raiders' second baseman. And the pitch, he bunts. Left side. Oh, it's a beauty. There's nobody there. That'll be an infield hit. And he bunted it past the pitcher out toward where the shortstop would normally play. But the shortstop was playing behind second as he was holding the runner at second. And O'Neill was all by himself going into third base. So that is an infield hit for Cooper Clapp. And the Raiders have him on the corners with nobody out here in the fourth. Hit number 5 off McDougal. And we'll have the head coach, Steve Beazer, make a visit to the mound. They don't have anybody in their bullpen at the moment.
Ordinarily, Beazer is the one who makes the changes. They're about to get somebody up.
So with first and third and no outs, the batter will be Lane Akers, and Lane drove in the Raiders' first run with a single to center field in the second inning.
Yeah, 3 straight hits now, 2 doubles and a bunt single.
Middle infield in and double play depth. First baseman is holding the runner at first, third baseman even with the bag at third. That's the defensive alignment for the Gamecocks. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Had him out in front of a changeup or slider. He was off speed. I guess that's the point.
1 strike to count. Raiders with a run in the inning, and first and third with no outs. Ground ball to left field. That's a base hit. And it's a 3-0 Raider lead. Akers drives in a run with a single to left.
Just
second RBI.
Push that ball through the infield.
Stopping at second was Clapp, and Lane Akers picks up his second run batted in with a single to left. So it's 3-0. Batter Nathan Brewer hit one to the warning track in center field in the second inning, but it was caught. McDougal, the right-hander. The pitch, he bunts, and that's going to be a foul ball over by the Raider on-deck circle. 1 strike to count.
Didn't do a very good job of getting that ball down. It had a lot of altitude as it went foul.
Raiders with 2 runs in here in the fourth inning and still nobody out. McDougal turns, throws back to second base. Clapp is standing with his back to home plate at second base, just looking out in the outfield.
Checking to see if the throw gets through, right?
Yep. Count 1 strike to Nathan Brewer. And the pitch, butted foul. That's back over the press box roof and out of play.
They had the wheel play on.
Might explain what that is, John.
Yeah, the third baseman was charging, and the shortstop, who has been holding that runner on, was running as fast as he could to cover third base.
2 strikes the count to Nathan Brewer. And McDougal's pitch, he bunts. They're going to go to third, out at third to throw to first, not in time. Played well by the defense. Pitcher fielded it in front of the mound and threw over to third for the force play. So Clapp is forced at third for the first out. Akers is at second, and Brewer on a fielder's choice force play is at first.
Well,
one out, runners.
Why is the runner? They've called him out.
They called Brewer out?
Yeah. Or something.
He's not down at first, is he?
No. And he was clearly safe on that throw. Are they saying that?
I don't know what the situation would be. When they do have 2 outs up on the board.
Got it. Okay, I got an explanation. We got 2 bags down there. He was standing on the wrong base. They tagged him. He should have been standing on the white base. He was standing on the red base. And Coach Myers has got the 3 umpires discussing that.
Picky.
Yeah, so that's going to be a 3 unassisted if it stands. Wow. Well, you learn lessons, don't you?
Why do they have that other base down there in the first place?
Because if you're running in the if you're running in the running zone, which you're supposed to in the lane, the safety base is in the lane. The regular base is in fair territory outside the lane.
Well, if that's the case, that was a very alert play by the first baseman.
Yeah.
If he was indeed not standing on the base that is in fair territory. The other base is in foul territory, right?
Right. And once you cross it, that is no longer apparently a base in that you can stay on.
Now the 3 umpires have consulted. Now they're calling Steve Beezer out, the Jacksonville coach.
Are they going to change their minds here?
Well, I certainly hope so.
They're going to bring Brewer back? I'm with you.
I've got an eraser. I can.
I've got a bunch of them, Dick. I brought. I went to the Dollar General and bought a whole bag of.
You've got more erasers than I've got pencils.
I need them, every one of them.
We're in the 4th inning. The Raiders. A leadoff double.
Look at who's going back out to first base.
So Brewer's going back to first. Well, let's get the old eraser going again.
Yep, he'll be safe on a fielder's choice.
And there'll just be 1 out.
And just 1 out, right.
I don't know if you could establish anything by looking at video of that, John.
Not unless you had a camera right on it. Yeah, he's safe. And so you're right. Now we're back to
first and second with 1 out.
That's right.
Batter is Brett Von Dolan.
And Vondo hit the ball hard his first time at bat.
Umpire's making an explanation to the fans here, but we can't hear him. Or at least I couldn't, John.
I could hear that he was making an explanation, but I couldn't hear what that explanation was.
Now you see some crazy things in this game.
We've seen several already.
Pitch to Von Dolan, a strike called. 0-1. First and second, 1 out. McDougal with the pitch, swung on, fouled out of play. And it's 0-2 to Brett Von Dolan. And they have started someone throwing in their bullpen.
Yeah,
they did that after the second double in the inning.
Yeah, haven't got a clue who it is, though, because what I can see as a catcher, the pitcher is behind the dugout wall.
Mondolan again fouls it out of play. Count remains strike two. Notice all the scuff marks on the turf in front of the pitcher's mound and all around the pitcher's mound. I wonder what that is.
Is that where the mat is?
They're dark spots.
When they do batting practice?
There is a throw back to second, runner back.
I think that may be where they put that screen. Either the screen or one of those mats.
This is all turf, even the pitcher's mound. Pitch to the plate, outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. They have what looks like a little carpet coming down from the pitching rubber all the way to the end of the mound. I know that's not what it is, but it gives that appearance just looking at it from up here.
Boy, McDougal has thrown a lot of pitches in this inning. He'd only thrown 32 through.
There's ball 2. That one just missed. I don't know how you take a pitch that close with 2 strikes, John.
He had thrown right at 30 pitches through 3 innings.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
He's up almost to 60 now.
Runners lead at first and second. And another throw back to second. Raiders with 2 runs in the inning and leading 3-0 here in the top of the 4th.
Still got a lot of baseball to play tonight.
Here's the pitch to Bondola, the strike 3 call. So that is out number 2. And it's going to be up to Clay Badalak, the number 9 hitter. Bounced out in the 3rd inning. Well, they just popped a fresh popper of popcorn. I can smell it up here. They shouldn't do that to a hungry man.
That's right.
Swung on, and the pitch fouled out of play. Strike 1.
They've got a berm out beyond the stands down the third base line and got folks look like they're picnicking out there on that little hillside.
1 strike to Badalak. The pitch, high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner at second is Cooper Clapp with Lane Akers at first.
Dougal has thrown as many pitches in this inning as he did in the first 3.
High, inside, ball 2, 2-1. So he's been high on the last 2 pitches. Owen Nowak waiting to hit next. McDougal with the pitch. Swung on, fouled out of play. Count levels off at 2-2 on Clay Badalak. McDougal comes set. Runners lead at first and second. And the pitch. Swung on drive to right field. Was going to be right at the right fielder, and he almost misjudged it. Reached up and
that's right.
Had to snatch it out of the air as it was a little bit overhead high. But that is the 3rd out. But the Raiders send 7 men to the plate, scored 2 runs on 4 hits, and there were 2 men left on base. So we'll go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Middle Tennessee 3 and Jacksonville State nothing. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
The Blue Raiders are winners in the classroom, on the field, and the courts. Richard Lewis here. I want you to win in real estate also. Buying, selling, auction here in Tennessee, or along the Gulf Coast, a second home, or investing. Give me a call to help start that winning process. 615-319-9981. Oh, I'm never too busy for your referrals. Richard Lewis, Exit Realty, Bob Lamb & Associates.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murfreesboro. Las Casas Drugs strives to provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family-owned and operated, Las Casas Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders.
The Blue Raiders play here. News Radio WGNS.
We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Raiders leading 3-0. Let's pause for station identification. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball.
The flagship station for Middle Tennessee sports. WGNS. Murfreesboro, Smyrna. The Blue Raiders play here.
For Jacksonville State, Cooper Blauser will lead off. Chandler Alderman on the mound. Alderman struck him out in the first inning. Blauser, right-handed batter, 340 is his average coming into the game. And he bunts down to first base side. Alderman picks it up, throws late to first, and that is an infield hit for Blauser. They're trying to jumpstart their offense some way, John, and I guess that's as good a way as any.
Well, we did it, so yeah. I love the bunt. I think the bunt is an underused tool.
So a runner at first, no outs. The batter is Grayson Ash. He is the cleanup hitter. Here's their catcher. Was called out on strikes in the second inning. Alderman throws to first. Blauser is a threat to run. He has 15 stolen bases and has only been caught once this season. So we got to keep a close eye on him over at first base. Runner goes, and the batter swings and fouls it out of play, so Blauser will have to return to first. That ball hit the roof of their hitting facility and rolled back on the field.
And to send somebody down to go pick it up.
One strike to count to Ash. Alderman will throw to first. The runner's back. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning in Jacksonville, Alabama. Pitch to the plate. Misses for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Same two teams tomorrow, same time. 6 o'clock first start, 5:45 for our pregame show. And the 1-1 pitch. Must have been a little bit high. Ball 2, 2-1. Chandler Alderman making his 8th start of the season. Delivers. That's a strike at the knees, and the count will go to 2-2 on Ash.
His pitch count in pretty good shape at the moment, Dick. This will be number 45.
As a line drive to right field, that's a base hit. Blauser's going to turn and stop at second.
That was a nice job of hitting. Just go with the pitch, go opposite field.
So just like the Raiders did in their half of the inning, Gamecocks have the first two men on here in the fourth. That's hit number 5 for Jacksonville State. First and second, no outs. Here is Richardson. Fouled out to Lane Akers at first base, who made a nice over-the-shoulder catch of that foul ball. That was back in the second inning. Pitch to the plate is outside. He didn't show any indication of bunting, did he?
None whatsoever.
1 ball, no strikes. Runners lead at first and second, and Alderman's pitch is swung out and missed. Handcuffed him with an inside pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Got him down and in.
Alderman comes set, looks back at second, and there's a bunt popped up. That is going to be back on the screen. 1 and 2.
That got over the screen, didn't it?
Did it?
Yeah. Just barely. I think that's about the only way we would get a baseball in here.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
The bunt is off, my guess. Setting up down away from him.
Alderman will turn and throw back to second. Seen a lot of that this year.
Well, they get too deep into that pitch count, and it's down to 6, 5, 4.
Pitch. Hit the right field. Rogers going backtracking. Reaches up, makes the catch. Runner at second will tag and go to third. The runner at first stays put. So that will be out number 1. And the Gamecocks will have them at first and third with 1 out. The batter is Trey King, the third baseman. King had a base hit in the second inning.
Need a ground ball. Let our infielders turn a double play.
He bunts. Alderman catches it in the air, but everybody scuppers back to their base, and he doesn't have a chance to catch anybody off guard.
That was not a good bunt.
No. So that's out number 2. And the batter is LaChance.
A good bunt, you're going to be on top of the baseball. He was definitely under the ball.
So first and third, 2 outs. LaChance hit into a fielder's choice. His first at bat. He's a right-hand hitter. Alderman's pitch, that's right in there for a strike. That one had a little wrinkle on it. 0-1. Boy, it is just a beautiful Alabama night here. 1 strike to count. Alderman will throw to first, and the runner is back.
And the hills or mountainside, I guess east of the Mississippi, those are mountains out there, out way out beyond.
Swinging a foul to the screen, strike 2.
We're in kind of a valley.
This came through Gadsden. And on down on the way to Anniston. Didn't quite make it to Anniston. Jacksonville's in between. 2 strikes the count on LaChance. Wild ball slowly hit. Von Dolan's only play will be to first, and he got him at first to end the inning.
Boy, that's big, Dick.
That will retire the side in the 4th inning. Gamecocks come up with no runs on 2 hits. and 2 men left on base. We have completed 4 full innings. It is Middle Tennessee 3, Jacksonville State 0. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
Bring your game day style courtside with a stop at Lightning's locker room on the concourse. From bold new drops to timeless campus classics, we've got everything you need to turn heads from class to tip-off. Whether you're rocking a hoodie in the student section or sporting a tee around town, your look says it loud. You're here for the wins, the energy, and the tradition. So step up your style and your spirit, because at Lightning's locker room, the season never slows down, and every fan plays a part in the hype. Let's make every day feel like game day.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, this is Brad Hopkins with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates. Winning in real estate is a lot like football. Good coaching and recruiting a great team are the keys. I put together a team of lenders, inspectors, and home professionals to help you succeed. Let me coach you through this process and make sure you come out a winner. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, I am here to help you win. Visit BradHopkinsHomes.com or call 615-556-9239 to find out more.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
Before we go to the 5th inning, I want to remind you of some of our other teams in action. Softball is in Ruston, Louisiana. They're playing Louisiana Tech tonight. They started same time we did. Women's tennis, next action will be April the 9th at Western Kentucky, so they've got a few days off. Women's golf will be participating in the Golf Week Spring Challenge at Pawleys Island, South Carolina. I'm sure John knows where that is.
I do know where that is, and you could spend a weekend in worse places for sure.
It's April 6, 7, and 8. Catch on the rest of the teams in just a minute. Owen Nowak, the leadoff man, will be the leadoff man in the 5th inning. He's 0 for 2. Takes the first pitch from McDougal outside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Nowak has popped out and grounded out. And McDougal's pitch hit in the air. That is a little bit too high. Second baseman drifting back under it. Blauser will make the catch in shallow right center field. That is out number 1 in the 5th inning. The batter will be Tyler Minnick, who twice has grounded to third base. So he stands in 0 for 2. McDougal, the right-hander, delivers, and a breaking ball is low for ball 1.
I'd give you an update on that women's softball game, but apparently the stat machine is not working.
Aha. There's a strike. 1-1 to Tyler Minnick.
Wasn't supposed to rain back in Murfreesboro, was it?
Don't know, John.
I don't think it was.
Pitch is inside to Minnick. Ball 2. 2-1. I was more concerned checking the weather here than I was at home, to be honest.
No, it's 78 and clear in Murfreesboro. So that's not the issue.
2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch. Check swing, and he went around 2-2. Tyler fooled on the pitch. 1 out here in the 5th inning. Raiders on top 3-0.